Hi, everyone. The eagle has landed. Those were famous words spoken from Apollo 11 as human beings landed on the moon. And for you, in some ways, you've accomplished something just as amazing. You've gotten to the end of this writing course, and I'm happy for you because you can see the end of the tunnel. Hopefully it's light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully it's not a train coming towards you. There are so many things going on in your life. I want you to know that I am praying for you all the time, and I hope that you feel that you can communicate to me so that we can finish this course together successfully. I just wanted to make a couple of closing comments and talk a little bit about the last paper that you have to do in different terms. I've already introduced paper 4, the capstone study, but in this unit, in this video, I want to talk about how this paper is a culmination of everything that I believe we want you to learn about writing. And so during this course, we've talked about narration and description and research to gather evidence. And so in this last paper, it all comes together because you are arguing a position and you are basically studying something that hopefully you have interest in, and in doing so you are putting the capstone on the arch of this course, and you're putting the pieces together, and you're hopefully doing something that will help you no matter where you go, no matter what career you have in the future. Writing clearly, writing efficiently are valued skills in the workplace and in our world in general. So what should you be doing as you craft this essay? During Unit 4, you were starting to craft some of the pieces. You created an introduction and a conclusion and the outline that would basically connect the two bookends. But how do you build paragraphs in an argumentative essay? The main thing that I want to alert you to is that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Many people have made videos and written textbooks about how to write an argumentative essay. I encourage you to, again, look in the chapters that you've been assigned, take out as much as you can, but let's just boil it down. When you have a good paragraph, a well-written paragraph, it's almost like a miniature essay. And I like to call a well-written paragraph an accordion paragraph because, like an accordion, it can be stretched out. That miniature essay can be stretched out into a full-length essay. I'm talking about the fact that a good paragraph starts with a topic sentence, and some people call that a claim. It's a claim that you're making. And then after you make a claim, you have to support it. You need evidence. You need examples of something that goes along with your claim. But it doesn't end there either. You need to explain further how your evidence connects to your claim, and sometimes we call this the warrant. It's an explanation. And so if you follow that model, you can build an excellent paragraph. You can maybe have a claim, and then you have a couple of pieces of evidence, and you have a warrant for each one, and then you close it off, basically revisiting your claim in a little different way so that people understand that what you've written supports your claim. And this is what happens in an essay. That topic sentence becomes the introduction. And remember the thesis, which is near the end of your opening paragraph. Remember, we like to say the second to last sentence is your thesis statement. And then your last sentence of the introduction is that forecasting statement, which sets up all of the different claims that you're going to make through your paper that are really sub-claims of your big claim, which is your thesis statement. So I'm going to call this clue. And the CL comes from the claim. Claim, and then evidence, and then warrant. That's C-L-E-W. It's interesting that our word clue, C-L-U-E, actually used to be spelled C-L-E-W. If you go back just 100 years, 150 years maybe, you're going to see the word spelled C-L-E-W, and that word actually goes back to Greek mythology. It's the story of Theseus. He's a hero in ancient Greece, and he basically was tasked with defeating the Minotaur, or the Minotaur, depending on if you're in England or the United States. King Minos basically has this creation, this son, through his wife. And just know it's a weird story, but bottom line, this half beast, half bull, half man is very dangerous, needs to be put where nobody can find him and he can't get out. And he gets dropped into a labyrinth. Well, he still needs to eat, and so King Minos gets victims to be sacrificed to the Minotaur. They need a hero. The Greeks need a hero, and Theseus eventually, working with the inventor of the labyrinth, he gets a magic ball of yarn, of string, and it's called Clue. And this yarn gets him into the labyrinth like magic and out of the labyrinth again. Otherwise, he'd get lost and die in the labyrinth. And so, clue means something that helps you solve a problem. And I think that this strategy, claim, evidence, warrant, is exactly that. It's going to help you solve the problem of how do you construct paragraphs. So your outline should help you break down whatever it is that you're arguing. Remember, you don't want to go back and forth too much, but you do want to acknowledge counterclaims. Just make sure that you have a strong thesis, and then the counterclaims that you bring up in your essay are going to have a reduced significance, and you're going to have an answer for someone who has that counterclaim. So, what you're trying to do is have an essay that introduces various claims, supports them with evidence, and explains that with a warrant each time. And hopefully this makes sense to you as you, again, refine your outline and start writing paragraphs that connect your thoughts. Don't forget transitions, transitional expressions, like first of all, secondly, in addition, for instance, furthermore, moreover, in contrast. In conclusion is actually not one of my favorites, but it's functional, it does the job. But there are other ways to show that you are wrapping things up at the end of your essay. So transitions are the glue. They are the glue that help the ideas of your essay stick together. A couple of things that I want to remind you of as you eagles land on this last essay. Your essay needs to be MLA format. It's very strict, and it's easy to find out exactly how to do it. OWL, Online Writing Lab, OWL, at Purdue, is one of the sites that everyone knows about, and they will go to that. I'm sure you've gone there before. There are plenty of other sites too. Maybe you just Google some of the questions you have. Just be aware that not all sites are created equal, and sometimes they get kind of confusing. I want you to know that there's a handbook, an MLA handbook. The library at Concordia has it, and so it is something that you can access. Online, there are plenty of places that help you know precisely what the rules are, and you just have to know the basics. You have to know that you need a heading, which is your header, your last name, space, and a page number that is running. You insert that from the menu. You also need 4 headings, double-spaced at the upper left, and those headings will be your name, the professor's name, the course name, and a date. The date must be in the correct MLA format. And then you have 1 double-spaced, and you have the title. And remember, I am requiring that you have a title that is creative title, a colon, and a descriptive title. If you do this, you're getting something that I really believe can be valuable to you. Not every professor wants you to have a creative title, but I believe that creative titles make an impression. Just don't think that if you have a creative title, you have a great essay. So After that title, you have another double space and you begin your paragraphs. Remember to indent them 0.5 inches. It's required. Do not mess with the margins, but you must have 8 full pages. You can't go 3/4 of the way down that 8th page, or 2/3, or whatever, 1/2. You need to have 8 full pages. So I would encourage you to go beyond 8 pages. There's plenty for you to write about. Remember, you need 8 to 10 sources. 4 of those have to be peer-reviewed research articles that support or talk about your issue. You need to have works cited at the top of the last page. Use a page break. That bumps the works cited page to the next page, and it's clear. You don't want your page numbers and your headings to be messed up when you create a PDF or when you upload something into Blackboard. So all of these things hopefully will remind you of what you already know. I believe that you have so many valuable things to say, but you do need to get help from your editing partner and from the OWL at CUI. You need to get help, so please get on that, and you're going to have a full-length, 8 full-page draft done by the end of the first week of this last unit. Hopefully in your live session, we will be able to answer some of your questions and help you feel like you can finish successfully and finish strong. Thank you for all your hard work. The eagle has landed. And just remember too, God doesn't just let us land and let us sit there. He lifts us up on wings like eagles. I'll never forget, as a 10-year-old, first hearing those verses in Isaiah that inspired Concordia Irvine, it used to be Christ College Irvine, to adopt the mascot of the eagle. I hope that can be valuable to you. It's been a great experience for me teaching you, even though I haven't gotten to see you much and hardly at all face to face. But thank you for your participation, your energy, your effort, your perseverance. Please be in touch with me if you need my help. God bless you.